David's literally been kicked off this air, and he's not allowed to come back on. And I don't know why he keeps on coming back on. We had the nationwide vote, and he doesn't listen to it, and it's become law. There's a law now, and I've been appointed deputy. I will be appointed. I will become deputy. Rudolph is going to deputize me today so I could put some action on his day because he doesn't evict. He still tries to sing out of the air, and what are we going to do, folks? And he's ruining my airs. He's done a lot of damage to my air. There's a lot of lawsuits, especially by me. All right, we will interview Tony Kent again. We've had so much applause for Tony Kent coming on. She is a professional bowler, folks, and she picked up the 7-10 split. Didn't you, Tony?
I sure did. At least what I did was a lot better than David singing, because why I really enjoyed myself was because the machine was making a lot of noise, and then I wasn't able to hear David singing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a lot of questions to ask you. Now, how bad was the vote last week when we had the nationwide vote? How bad did Dave lose, Tony?
Well, from my opinion,
Not your opinion.
his
What?
singing is no singing, because you know what? I was in, the room with June in the living room, and luckily David was taking a bath, and he was singing, and I was telling June, I think David hurt himself. Did he take a fall in the bathtub? Because it sounded like David was crying. So I went over in the bathroom, and he was singing, and I was saying, David, you got hurt. Are you okay? You're crying, you have to be more careful. But then David says that was his singing, and then I said, really? How could it be that any kind of singing? Because that singing sounded like someone was crying, hysterical, and I really thought David fell in the bathtub and hurt himself. But it was just singing, not crying. But it fooled me because I was telling June in the living room, that
What?
sounds like someone is crying,
Okay. I got some more questions to ask you. It's clogging up the tape, and it's running my ears again. No, I'm kidding, Tony.
Well, that's tough shit.
But anyway, I want a number. Was it like 8-1, 9-1, or 10-1? What was the national vote? 10-1?
His worst was 10-1.
Oh yeah.
Worst, yeah.
He had some 7-1s and 8-1. That's pretty bad, huh?
Well, 10 was the worst,
I heard he took one state. What state did he take?
Well, I'm not really sure about that, but...
Texas, wasn't it?
I think Texas, but they turned him down too. And everybody in Texas, when he was there, his singing, all the Texans and all the horses were wild, just like that Donny Osmond song, Crazy Horses. And with David singing, all those horses in Texas made that sound, and it was a disaster in Texas.
Well, anyway, getting back with it. So I heard he cheated in Texas. He called in 500 votes, and that was the only votes he got out of the whole 50 states. June got all the rest of the votes. Is that true, Tony?
Oh, yes, absolutely, yeah. But unfortunately about David singing, the votes, they voted for him because the reason why they did was they were hoping if they voted for David, David, with all his singing, would have then laryngitis and a terrible sore throat, and then David won't be able to sing anymore, then everybody in the whole nation would have some peace.
Well, anyway, getting back with this. Now we're going to interview, be careful with that popsicle, Tony.
I don't want to. No, I got it.
Okay, but anyway, we need to speak to the winner of the contest, June Callis. Now, what do you have to say about David singing?
Lousy!
Okay, we're
With
gonna.
a capital L.
I heard I'm gonna get deputized today, and Rudolph's gonna deputize me.
2 capital L's.
And if he continues to we'll give him one more chance. But if he doesn't pass this test, it'll be a simple test, and we'll have 3 judges. We'll have Tony, Paul Abdul, we'll have June, Cal Jackson, and we'll also have Rudolph as a judge. And we'll have 3 judges. And he has to get only 8 points out of 15 to pass. If he doesn't, we're going to pass the law. And if he doesn't obey the law, he'll be arrested. So I'm going to be deputized today.
Well, first let me deputize you, honey. Okay, Do you swear and promise to obey all the laws of the Deputy of California, of the Law of California, Code Section ba 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 ba?
I do.
I now pronounce you deputy, because I'm sheriff. And Parachute is now deputy. And that means you can arrest Dave if he disobeys the law. But I heard you're going to give him one more last chance.
Yeah, he's got one more chance, and this is how the vote's going to be. 5 for real good, 4 for very good, 3 for average, 2 for below, 1 for bad, and 0 for failure. And we're going to have 3 judges. Tony Paul Abdul,
I'm kind of tired.
no, and June Randy Jackson and Rudolph Simon Cowell. Okay? And he's going to sing a simple song, the Brady Bunch song. And if he can't sing this song, first we're going to have the professionals sing it and show Dave how it's done. Then we're going to have Dave sing it. And if it doesn't sound like any, give him a bad score. Tony Paul Abdul and Rudolph and June. Okay, here's the song. Now sing it this way. Where's the song? Where's the song?
It died because of your singing.
There it goes.
Here's a story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls. It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own. They were 4 men, living all together, yet they were all alone. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew it was much more than a hunch. That this group would somehow form a family. That's the way they all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's the way we became the Brady Bunch.
Okay, Dave. Now, do you think you could sing this simple song? It's very simple. Isn't it simple, Tony?
Simple, but I don't think David would have one chance at this singing. It'll be the same thing. And if he sings the Brady Bunch, people are going to think that's the new song for the TV show, and they're going to change the channel immediately.
All right. Okay, Dave. This is your last chance. You better do well, or I will arrest you. I am a deputy now. So you better do good. All right, here it goes. Putting some cotton in my ear right now.
Yeah.
The story of a lovely lady
Who was
busy with many lovely girls.
all of
Them have hair gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls. Here's a lyric of a man named Brady, who was busy with 3 men of his own. They were 4 men, living all together, and they were all alone. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunch. This group had somehow formed a family. That's the way they all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's the way we became the Brady Bunch.
Well, folks, now here you have the evidence. Now we will go to the first judge, Tony Paul Abdul.